Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So Lyndon defeats Davide Faraci by a 9th round stoppage. I think this fight perfectly encapsulates what sort of a fighter Lyndon is. There are moments of real quality, real poise, great accuracy, great timing and whatnot. But you know, there are other moments when he's quite lethargic. You'll see large periods of rounds where he's not really doing anything, not really throwing shots. Sometimes he gets careless and gets caught by silly punches. And there are moments when he looks somewhat disinterested. But yeah, a mixed bag performance by Lyndon in my opinion. First round against Davide Faraci. I felt Faraci actually nicked the first round. Lyndon really kind of pouring with the jab, not really committing to anything. Faraci was doing the same, but Faraci actually landed a couple of sneaky shots. In round 2, I felt that Lyndon started to pick it up. He actually landed a couple of nice straight right hands on Faraci in the second round. He was also finding a home for his jab. Round 3, though, was quite a close round. Faraci came back. Lyndon in round 3 was trying to be more aggressive behind a high guard, and he was trying to walk down Faraci with his jab, but Faraci was throwing back. A lot of his shots were landing on the gloves, but he was active. Again, I felt round 3 was close, but to me Lyndon did the better work. Round 4 was a good round for Lyndon being aggressive. He hurt Faraci to the body a couple of times with left hooks, and at that point in the fight it looked like Faraci wasn't really going to hang around for much longer. Round 5 was more of the same. Another strong round by Lyndon once again finding that straight right hand, which is one of his best punches. He caught Faraci with a couple of those shots at the end of the round, and he somewhat buzzed Faraci towards the end of round 5. So yeah, after the end of round 5, it was looking like Faraci was going to get knocked out quickly, but you know, after round 5, to be honest, Faraci actually started to come back into the fight a little bit, and he was making a lot of the later rounds quite close. Basically, after the 5th round, round 6, 7 and 8, Lyndon punch output dropped, whereas Faraci was being quite busy with his work. And while a lot of it was messy, a lot of it was untidy, he was throwing the more punches. So, you know, round 6, 7 and 8 were definitely competitive rounds, and you know, Faraci was actually giving Lyndon a pretty good fight at this stage, and you wondered at this point in the fight, was Lyndon starting to gas, because he wasn't really throwing his shots, he wasn't really committing to anything, and it looked like he was just coasting. But in round 9, Lyndon really pulled it out of a bag. He dropped Davide Faraci with a lovely pull counter right hand. Faraci kind of threw a lazy jab, and Lyndon read it and countered with a right hand and dropped Faraci. Faraci did beat the count, but Lyndon followed up with a lovely left uppercut straight right hand combination. A beautiful combination. Once again, Faraci goes down. This time he's more hurt, and Lyndon sees that. He jumps on Faraci, lands one more solid right hand, and the referee jumps in to wave it off. I think it was a good stoppage by the referee, because at that stage Faraci was quite badly hurt. He had taken a fair few clean right hands in this fight. So yeah, I think the stoppage was the right thing to do. Faraci definitely had his moments in this fight. He came to fight and he made it relatively interesting, but Lyndon was always a class above in this fight. You could tell that he was the superior technician and he was in control, but Faraci had a couple of decent moments here and there. But yeah, all in all, Lyndon was the better fighter, and I guess I would grade that as a satisfactory performance. You know, it certainly could have been better. I felt at times he looked a little lethargic, a little disinterested, and I felt he should have gone through the gears a lot earlier. But when he did go through the gears, he got rid of Faraci, which is a good thing. So all in all, a mixed bag type of performance by Lyndon and hopefully we see him in there with his domestic rivals. Obviously they're talking about an Anthony Yarde rematch. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that fight, because I felt that first fight was very close, and obviously there's also Callum Johnson with Frank Warren as well. I would love to see Lyndon versus Callum Johnson. So You know, there's a couple of good fights out there for Lyndon Arthur, but particularly against Callum Johnson, I think he will need to raise his performance against Callum, to be honest, because what I saw tonight, I don't think it's enough to really beat Callum Johnson, but who the fuck knows, maybe I'm wrong. But all in all, it was a pretty good fight, and congratulations to Lyndon Arthur. Share your thoughts below. Beanie Guy Del Boy. Peace.